Hi guys, Tiffany here, and welcome to my quilting life. Today is Sunday, September 22nd, and I'm here today for a regular Sew Sunday, except I'm going to play with some fat quarters. So, don't forget, if you are new to my channel, head down there, hit that subscribe button, and then that will pop up, and click that so that you can set up your notifications when you want to know when I'm on live and or when I post videos. As well as don't forget to like my videos and share them. I'm trying to get this set up at the same time because I don't want to have to read the screen way far away. So I'm going to do it by cell phone today because that way I don't have to, read far away and put glasses on because I have a migraine. Whoa, that's loud. Okay. And since I have a migraine, I don't feel like attempting to do anything other than relax my eyeballs. So, yeah, so load. Okay. Hello, Michelle, Diane, Teresa, June. Hi, guys. Welcome. Okay, so I have 8 fat quarters here. They were a gift to me. I don't even remember from who, but they're a while back. And they're not like the normal fabrics I use. So when I get stuff like this, I like to just screw around with fat quarters. So there's 8 of them. There's 2 of each. They're probably little 4-pack bundles or something from somewhere. I have no idea where or who gave them to me. But I'm going to mess with them. And we're going to see what I can make with 8 fat quarters. I'm not adding any background fabric or anything. I'm just going to take 8 fat quarters. And I'm going to chop them up and make something. So bear with me. I have a migraine. I'm going to work through it. And I'm going to make something. And I had like an idea in my head. So let's start with pressing them, because when they sit in a pile like this and they're folded like this, they need to be pressed first. So for more accurate cutting, we're going to go over to the ironing board and cut. And from over there, I can actually read the screen. So, yeah. Give me a second and I'll turn the camera. We can chit chat while I press. My room is sort of a disaster. All right, let's see. We got Lacey here. Who else? Dwana. Hello, Dwana and Lacey. Let's see. And everyone's just saying hi. So I'm going to start pressing these nice and flat. I don't want these crinkles, wrinkles in them. And I'll press them from the top so you can see the pretty fabrics. They're pinks. So this one's pink and white. Pink and white with some brown. This one's pink and white with some brown, but a lighter shade of pink, with the darker pink being the dots. And this one's white with pink and brown. So let's see what I can do with all this. I have a general idea. Now I just need to make them nice and flat. They aren't like, I don't think these are quilt shop quality, as well as I don't think they're my normal Tuesday morning or Walmart quality. So I'm just going to mess with them and see what I can make. Get them all nice and flat. I mean, the wrinkles don't even press out very well. They're not really that terribly nice. And I'm going to stack them over on the cutting mat. And I'll probably just cut all 8 at a time. Make it easier. Baby quilt size, since you don't have much. Yeah, it's just going to be something small. And it's probably going to turn out 100% square with what I'm kind of thinking I want to do with these. But we'll see how it turns out. I'm not sure. But it's just going to be a small one. I did like a test one the other day, and what I was thinking did not work. So I just made a jumbled mess of fabric, because I had another package of these but different colors. Like I said, I don't remember who gave them to me either, but they're not what I would normally buy, so it had to have been a gift from somebody who doesn't know what I normally buy. And if you hear me coughing, sneezing, sucking down snot, that's because I'm still sick as well. And the other day, I was long arming, and I got really sick to my stomach. I ended up with food poisoning. Went to the doctor. I had food poisoning. And it was from blueberry muffins, the weirdest thing of all. So I was down for 2 days. So I'm actually behind on long arming. I don't know if I'm going to have anything done by the time I need to for the quilt show. So I've been working slowly at night on that. But last night I developed migraine and it hasn't gone away since. Unfortunately. I always say in my life, every day is always something different. You never have good days and just repeat of good days, which kind of sucks. Hi, Pam. Hi, Michelle. So, figured I'd come do this since you guys are used to seeing my face on Sundays as much as possible. Everyone told me I should cancel. I was on Margaret Lowen's live and I just couldn't do it anymore. I laid down, but laying down don't cure migraines for me like some people. Icing my neck doesn't either, but it helps me feel a little bit more calm. I try all sorts of things. It doesn't work. I just have to live with them. They last for 2 to 6 days sometimes. It just depends. It's a frontal migraine with some ear ringing, which usually happens. You saying hi, you're on screen. Huh. CJ is going on a date tonight with his girlfriend.
Exactly.
Well, not exactly a date. It's girlfriend's
father's
dad is meeting him before they go to homecoming, which is next weekend. On what day? Saturday. So he's going to meet girlfriend's dad, and they're going to dinner, which is technically a date because his girlfriend will be there.
And guess where we're going?
Where are you going?
Chili's.
They're going to Chili's. Look at that.
The one place that I technically don't like. What? I don't like Chili's. They only got Mexican food, and I'm not too fond of their spicy stuff.
I am making, Pam, I'm making 8 fat quarters. Whatever I can make with 8 fat quarters. And just going to see what happens. Because, like I was saying in the beginning of this video, these aren't the quality fabrics that I would normally use. So I am just, these are the kind of fabrics that I use for random creations and junk.
That's a 10-second delay.
CJ, open the door for her and pull out a chair for her too. So yeah, he's getting cleaned up to go on his meet the parents adventure. While I do this, and Scott has the babies, well, CJ too, but they haven't gone home yet. Sometimes they're gone before 5, sometimes after. But I figured 5 o'clock is the perfect time for me to have my sew Sundays, or at least in and around 5. So. How's your husband doing, Diane? Is he doing better? Is he still really sick? All right, one more to press, and then I'm going to stack them nicely because I kind of just been throwing them over there. Sometimes I just get so lazy. Lazy me. I don't want to do anything right, and that's why I figured if I chop these up and then sew them together and then chop them up and sew them together, it's okay because it doesn't matter. But if it comes out cool, then you guys will know how to make something just from my random craziness. Ooh, that did not unwrinkle right there. Like I said, these aren't the best of fabrics. And that's why I mess with them. Okay. All right, let's see. Am I missing anything? What is he wearing? He is wearing a dress shirt that I had to iron for him. And then instead of pulling out the regular ironing board with the round end for ironing shirts, I ironed it on my flat one. So I kept ironing in wrinkles over and over. Oh, yeah. That's how I'm not really in my normal mood, especially if I can't iron a simple button-up shirt. All right. Let's get these stacked nicely. When you're cutting multiple layers of fat quarters, I don't want to cut them one at a time. I try to just align them up because they're not going to be exactly the same, but I'm going to line them up all on their selvage line as best as possible, as well as trying to match up some of the ends, because these are not fully 18 by 22. The ones I messed with the other day are definitely, they were way off. So these are going to be way off as well. And like I said, these are really, really thin fabrics. Not my normal, typical would prefer to use. So I can cut through 8 layers with ease because they're really thin. It's not like thin like tissue paper thin, but they're definitely thin. I really, really, really have the snottiest nose right now. Go get something. Go get something. Who you got? Who you talking to, Vicky? I don't know. I didn't see the whole conversation. I guess when you can't see a whole conversation, you can't comment on something because then you're commenting the wrong thing. All right, almost stacked up as best as possible. That way I can at least get the same amount of cuts from this. I'm going to start by cutting off 10-inch squares. No, let's see. Hold on. These are 22 long. Maybe I could cut 10.5 or 11-inch squares. Let's see. I'm taking this ruler and seeing how many inches up. 21-ish on the shortest one that I can see. So we're looking at this is the shortest one, I think. Shortest. And a half. So no. Okay, we're just gonna do 10-inch squares. We're gonna start with 10-inch squares. I'm gonna line everything up. I'm just gonna line like this right here, as if it was really on the line. Right there. Make sure that they're all on it. And that all the selvages pass a specific line. All right, and then we're going to take and make sure everything is on a line right here. And it looks like they are, except for that one. So let's move it over. And we're going to cut a straight line on this side. And I'm using the 60-degree blade so that it, or 60-millimeter blade so that it's cutting through a lot of layers. But kind of doesn't matter because, like I said, these fabrics are not what I would normally use. I'm going to cut really nicely. All right, we're going to come over 10 inches, which would be on the 15 because I cut it on the 5. On the line, it's on the line, on the line. All right, so cutting 10-inch squares off. And then we're going to cut these into 2.5-inch strips on the rest. So let's cut some 2.5-inch strips off of the rest, as many as I can get. 2.5. 2.5. Sometimes this is like my design process too. If I'm not doing it in my brain, I'm doing it on fabric just randomly. And if something cool comes out of it, then that is all the more awesome. Okay.
We're gonna quick go for groceries, okay? Do you need anything special?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, go get a kiss. Love you. Peace. Let me know if you need or want anything.
I put it on the list.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Scott is going to the grocery store. Let's see. Hi, Linda. Where did I get them from? Are you talking about the fabric? I have no idea where it came from. No idea. And all these pieces are covered, so let's get that cut off. And I use the weight when I am cutting far lengths like this. All right. So I'm getting 10-inch squares, which I'm going to subcut this, and then 2.5-inch strips, which I'll subcut also into 10-inch segments. So I'm going to block the camera in a second, sort of, so that I can subcut everything now down. Make it all on that line. All right. Okay. I'll start over here. So I'm blocking the camera. You guys can stare at my ugly back tattoo. I'm subcutting everything, the whole entire thing. So I'll have 10-inch squares and 10-inch, 2.5-inch by 10-inch. Cut it on this 22-inch line. It's 22 to 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, it's 10 inches. And then we'll cut on the 12, which is the other 10 inches. Wait up here somehow. I can't see comments right this very second because I'm way up above everything. Make sure it's all lined up before I cut. There's only 4 prints, but there's 8 back quarters here. All right, now cut on this 12 line. Yeah, I had to swap out my mats, the one in the garage for this one. This was what was in the garage, but I used the numbers on the mat most times. All right, so now we should have 10-inch squares, 10-inch by 2.5-inch, and 3 stacks. Now, let's have some fun with these. Hi, Janet. My mind is whirling with ideas. I got tons of fabric the other day. Well, not tons. I got a stack of fabric. Over on the chair, hiding behind the 2 pillows. It's a small stack of fabric I got the other day. All right, we're going to start with the 10-inch squares. We're going to keep these out of it for now, because I'm curious as what is going to happen if I do what I'm thinking to do. Just stack these out of the way. And we're going to start with 10-inch squares. And since there's only so much white, we're going to start with that in the first row. And that, and that, and that, like that. And then the second row, I'm going to make 4 rows of 4. The second row will be this one, then this one, and that one, and that one, and the next row. Look at, I'm even laying it all out right here. Will be this one. I'm going to keep the directional stripe in the direction. Move all this up higher so I can make this work. Okay. The next one will be this one here. That one will be up there. Here. there. And I'll start to strip. And this. And then we'll go that there. Right there. And this here. Looks about right to me. I'm just going to stack them up now. We're going to make an exact complete square. So there's stack one. Stacking them on top of each other. Three and row four. All right, let's sew these together and then I can read some comments. That's 3 and 4. I'll make sure those stripes are always in the same direction. That way is the way they're being sewn, and that way. So here's step 1. I'm just using white thread as well. Some fabrics online are awful. Yeah, these are thin too. This is just stuff I mess with. Plus, it gives me something to practice quilt designs on the long arm with and or free motion. But I'm not really doing any free motion quilting because I have the long arm now back in the garage on its frame where it's supposed to be. All right, so these are all should be exactly the same, 10 inches by 10 inches now, and I'm just going to sew them end to end. See what we can make in just a short period of time. Yeah, I don't order much from random websites, and I've seen that fabric.com website, but never ordered from it. I do order from Marshall Dry Goods, though, because I've told you guys before, they sell the 108 quilt back for $7.99, and they have hundreds of prints to choose from. And I've already backed a few big quilts with that stuff, and it fills and is the quality that you would get at any quilt shop. They sell big names like Benertex, Andover, Michael Miller, Tula Pink stuff, which is through Free Spirit. I mean, they have all of it. So the prices vary, but for 108, it's the cheapest. All right, this was stack 2, 3, and 4. So I'm just going to lay these up here for now. I only order from Amazon, Missouri Star. I've ordered fabric.com and was happy. Yeah, I haven't ordered from many websites besides big name stuff. 90% of the time, though, you guys know I mainly, unless I need something specific or custom, that comes, I get it from Etsy or something. But most of the time, if I can't find it in store, I don't buy it. But I have that, I don't know if it's my husband or me, but when you use your credit card on some websites, twice now, fabric purchases have had extra charges. So we try to pay attention to that, and I've never shopped on those other websites since. So right now I'm going to be making a big, huge 16 patch. Hi, Billy. I didn't even see you were there. All right, so row 2 complete, 3 and 4. Trying to keep my stripes always in the same direction. Don't want those getting messed up. And I'm going to have some real fun with this because I'm going to chop up what I'm doing after I get these all together. And be weird about it. Hi, Debbie. I'm like so blah my head, but I'm focused. Focused is good. Alright, one more row to sew together. Heard that. Not had a good experience with it. Marshall Dry Goods. Yeah, that's where I order from for the 108 back is Marshall Dry Goods. It looks like I'm blaming you. Passing it through the internet. Yeah, that'd be the weirdest thing too. It's probably why I have a migraine in the first place, is because of congestion. But it's not a sinus headache, it's a migraine, like literally killing my ears and everything. And for those that are new to my channel, I remind usually before, during, and after. Those of you who are new to my channel, don't forget, down in the description below, there's a little thing with a little arrow looking thing. Click on that and you'll get a bunch of info that pops up, and there's links to all sorts of social media, as well as directly emailing me or messaging me or whatever, because I do talk with a lot of you all the time. I get back to my messages within 24 hours usually. But yeah, if you join the group, it says join the Facebook. It's a community group for everybody. It's called Tiffany's Quilting Life over on Facebook. And if you join that, you can actually see clear still photos, as best as clear as still as I can get them, of all the projects that I make on a weekly basis, as well as projects I do that aren't even recorded in video for everyone to see. So don't forget, if you are subscribed to my channel, don't forget to join that group. As well as those that are in the group share and post things as well. So it makes it so much fun to be able to see the things that you guys are doing. For me, it's, oh man, did I mess that up? Hold on, I messed something up. It goes that. This was supposed to be here. Yes, I messed it up. This row is the one that's messed up. Give me 2 seconds. I don't even have a good seam ripper. It's out in the garage. If I can get it out of here. I knew I did something wrong. So this was that row. Let's make sure for effect it went straight. Like that. These two are swapped, right? Oh, I just sewed them together on the wrong end. That's what I did wrong, I think. We're going to see right now. This is what happens when I talk and sew. It's very rare, but it happens. I want it to look correct. So that's the only reason why I'm picking. And so that you guys also know that I too make lots of mistakes. It's got to be an easier way to seam rip, though. Let me tell you, this is like so annoying. White thread on here is like almost not even seeable. It's like blending with the fabric color, making it harder. But I'm picking. Let's see what I did wrong, because that one goes there, that one goes there. Not one on the end. I think I just flipped the two in the wrong direction. We're gonna see. I pick like every 3 to 4 stitches, and typically it rips right apart. For those that are new to quilting and seam ripping, typically it'll rip apart if you rip every few stitches. All right, so what did I do wrong here? That's supposed to go there like that. No, it starts with that one. No, I did something wrong. It doesn't end with that one. How did I do that wrong? Does anybody know? Maybe this row goes here. Back into there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put this here like that. Let's see. Like this. Okay. And that goes there. And that stripe, 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 and stripe should end up here. Pink, 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 pink. Flower. And the next was flower, flower, flower. Aha. Okay. These two go like this. Maybe I didn't do something wrong. Maybe I did. I don't know. How she does what? Diane. The seam ripping. Turn the row upside down. Probably. I don't know. I don't know what I did. I just know I messed it up. All right, this should be correct now. Right sides together. Sewing on this edge. Just confusing the crap out of myself, that's all. I'm going to nest these seams. I'm not even pressing. I'll press in the end. Because it's going to get pressed a certain way for the next step to be cool. Face down, bottom up, line them up nicely. You broke your seam. How did you break a seam ripper anyway, Vicky? Did you just knock the tip off by dropping it and it snapped it? Because I snap the tips off all the time. I never actually broke the handles or anything, though. Okay. Let's lay this that way. Aha, look at that. So now this one will go right here. Sewing now on this side. And they should line up very beautifully. Let's see which way that seam was pressed. That went down. That goes down. That goes up. I didn't even finger press. I just rolled the seam and see what that next seam is. Such a small project. But for the next step that I'm going to randomly do, I'm going to make sure that it is at least all continuously pressed the same way when I do press it. 2 a.m. for work comes fast. Okay, bye, Michelle. Thanks for hanging out. And I just got a little funky on my 1/4-inch seam there. Okay. Two ends up. So there's the side that I seam ripped. So now I have funky end right here, but that's okay. Just keep it down. Lay it right here again. Make sure everything's correct if it is. that right side's together on here. Trying to learn to cut my fabric every time I guess I don't hold my mouth right. Oh, the seam rippers. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to scroll up to see. Method for seam ripping. Sweet. Oh yeah, I'll have to look that up to see how she does seam ripping. That one's flipped up, so let's flip this up and this down. I'm looking at the seams underneath to see which way they are. Okay. My computer's talking. This is together. Now I'm going to go over and press it. Okay, so let me turn this camera. So we can press it because I'm going to press it a specific way. Hi, Aunt B. Is Dan on? Oh, that's so cute. All right, so here we got this and a big pile of stuff that could get moved out of my way, but I'll come to the bottom. So it's just a little square 16 patch for now, but just give me a second. We're going to do something with this. And since I alternated the seams, this whole seam is going to press that way. So that's why I'm going to press from the back first. So I'm just going to press them the way that my seam was folded in, and I'll press from the top. That way. That wants to go down, so we'll press it down. That goes that way. That way. Because we want this, the whole point of this project, what I'm going to do after this is all pressed, is making sure that it lays as flat as possible. So we're going to make sure all these seams lay as flat as I could possibly get them to lay. So that's why I'm pressing from the back first. Because we are going to press it a specific way. Then cut it. And that's where the confusing part will come in. But hopefully I don't confuse anybody. All my seams are going in specific directions. Not really specific, but they're at least laying flat. And I'm going to press from the top now, getting rid of any folds or pleats or whatever happens when you press from the back first. Because I want this to be so super duper flat. And everything will be super duper flat. I'm using steam. Nice and flat. Bring it down. Use my fingers to keep it square. And my points are like literally exact. This is like, it's one of those projects that no matter what you do, you cannot mess up those points at all. All right, nice and flat. So now what I'm going to do is wrong sides together, keeping it flat. So I'm going to take this corner down here and this corner up here, and I'm going to put them together. And I'm going to line them up as like so perfect that I could possibly, have no point right here at the end. You know what I mean? So I'm going to lay it into a big, huge triangle, keeping it all flat. Nice big triangle. Big triangle. And I'm going to press it into this big, huge triangle. Everything's nice and lined up. Nice and lined up. Use my finger to make sure. And now we're going to press it into a triangle. You're like, what is she doing? Well, I've had this idea in mind for a while, and I just have to do it now. So now I have a nice flat triangle. And it'll kind of bump right here because you have all the seams coming together right here. But that's okay. Now take another end and create a smaller triangle. So I match these two ends up. Make this nice and flat. Make this end nice and flat. Everything is flush. Nice and flush, nice and flush. Nice and flush. Right here is going to come to a perfect point. Right here comes to a perfect point, and it's going to be a nice big chunk of seam. Just make sure it's all nice and flat. And press this triangle now. And you're seriously wondering what I'm doing here. I know. We're going to try something totally different. Like I said, I've been wanting to do stuff like this where you origami fold and then cut. Okay. So now that it's nice and flat, we're going to take it over to the cutting mat. And I have stuff in the way, so let me turn the camera. We're going to move these out of the way. And I'm going to need my, this is a project that you will need a long ruler for now because it's a pretty long edge. I'm going to put my folded edge of my triangle up here, like so. I'm not going to be able to fit both folded edges, I don't think. Let's see. On the 45, will I? Oh, look at that, maybe. I don't want to cut from that angle. We'll just cut from this angle. So I'm going to line this nice flush edge right here up with a line. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully just put a teeny weeny bit past it. Like literally not even 1/8 of an inch. I just want it to cross that line all the way down equally. Same with this folded edge. We just want it to cross over the line ever so equally right here. Like that, nice and flat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chop off only the folded edges. So I'm just going to line the ruler up on the line because I brought it beyond it, all the way down, all up here. This is where it's good to have a nice big mat. And I am going to chop this off. You're like, what are you doing? Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing. So there's a little bit of a waste in this project. And there's a big, huge seam right here. So make sure you get that. It's not coming off. Come on. There we go. So here's my little bit of a waste. You can see it's not much. Now that I got that one side, everything was lined up. Now I can cut this fold side off. Just barely crossing the line. Cut this fold off. Cross and it's crossed all the way down. it down. Now let's chop this side off. Literally just cutting the edge off. Not even an 1/8 of an inch. And roll it down, finish the cut. And again, I just barely cut. It looks like a lot because it's folded, but that's garbage now. And now we should, in fact, have 4 big, huge triangles. So there's 1, 2, it didn't slice right there, so let me carefully fix that. 3. Okay, let's swap these two. Maybe that puts that in a different position. There we go. Aha, there we go. No, that's not how I imagined it happening. That was not supposed to be a full square. Let's see. I'll move it around again. What will happen? So that makes a full square. I don't want it to make a full square. This is why I'm just playing around, guys. Just messing around. I don't want that there like that. That's going to do the same exact thing. That's going to do the same exact thing. No, those are opposites, but those become the same. So hey, let's just sew it together like that. That's the same. Kind of looks weird. Kind of looks cool. Oh well, let's sew it together. So I'll sew this seam right here, down this side. And we'll sew this seam down here on this side. I'm going to cut it again. So don't even bother saying that it looks strange because guess what? I'm sewing it again. Or chopping it again after I sew it. So let's start from this top corner, I guess. And nest the seam. And I can't see the comments. Hold on. Yep. Hi, Gina. Sorry, I didn't see that you were there. Hi, Sylvia. All right. So this was the side I'm sewing right here, and then I'll pull that one and chain piece the thing together. So let's line this up, holding it up here because it's falling and it's a big, huge half square triangle now. It doesn't really move much around, honestly. Thought it would move more. Fold this end. I should have just folded it more. That's what I should have done. That's okay. Being weird, doing new things. And I really don't care for the fabric. Now let's sew this one through. At least the seams nest in those triangle points because the way they were cut. Come on. Trying to get it to lay flat. It's on the bias, so it's stretching a little. All right, now these are still connected, so I can't lose them. I'm just going to open it up. Hook these two sides together. And so one big, huge, long seam. Starting at the end really nicely, line it up. And so this big, huge, long seam. Remember, it's on the bias, so it's going to stretch. So I'm trying to pay attention to how much is hanging off the table because I don't want it to get too messed up. Add a bobbin. I don't feel like changing out to it. Plus, then I'd have to like really pay attention to my 1/4 inch seam. That's one thing I don't like about the walking foot. Because then I have to measure and pay attention, and I don't really want to pay attention right now. I'm just kind of going with the flow of how it's coming out. If it comes out trash, it comes out trash. I don't care. This is like just junk to me anyway. So. Trying to keep these seams going the same direction. This is all in the art of fun, playing with fabric. Okay, so now I have a square again, except it looks different. So now I'm going to press it, and we're going to fold it a different way and chop it back up again. And in reality, I have no idea what's going to happen when I do it again, but wants to lay that way, so I'm going to make it lay that way. Everything else is pressed really nicely still. Push that one that way, all the way down. Those are just my water bottles that I fill up, but the baby likes to make a disaster of them every day when they come in here. Okay, so I'm just going to press it from the back, putting the seam the way I want it to go. The other corner. No matter how many times we cut it up, it's still going to just take pretty much a 1/2 inch away every time from its size. Depending on how many times we cut and what I'm cutting. The next one is going to be in half. All right, let's press it from the top. And this next section is going to be a what if. What happens if we do something? to see what happens. I never really do this except for with regular, like a block, just one single block. Never with a whole entire project. But it's fun to see. Alright, so now let's fold it. Yeah. Match up the ends, match up the ends. Obviously, I'm folding it on a seam, because that's the halfway point. What is the size? The ironing board is 60 something. $26 by 64. Fits a yard of fabric perfectly if you want to iron a full yard in half. All right, now let's fold to that line. How about it? No, that's not going to work. Let's fold. I don't want it exactly in half. Trying to think. We're playing around here. Aha, here. How about to half of that? To half of that. And then move that over some. Move that over some. No, that's dumb. Dumb. Let's just fold it in half like that. And then fold this up in half on that halfway. Yeah, let's press it first. Okay, so I'm being weird. Remember, this is just me screwing around. So I folded it halfway into the block. About right there. And now I'm going to press it so that I have a nice crisp edge. It's like origami. Seriously, just having some fun. There probably is other methods to do what I'm doing, but I'm just playing around anyway, so. Press it in half. Now, press this up halfway, like that. Stay nice, stay nice, there we go. And that's halfway. We're going to chop it up and put it back together any which way, so whatever I do, it might look stupid. Might look very, very stupid. And sewing a jack. Huh? What? Try folding it in half and in half again so that it's a square, then cut that across from the tip like we draw our lines for half square triangles. You mean like this? Like I have already done? There's a delay, so I fold it in half again so that it's square and then cut across from tip to tip. Like with half square triangles. Oh, you mean like this? Then I would be cutting this way? No. I'm going to try this because I think I'm being weird anyway. So, since I'm being weird, I might as well be super weird and do this. So now, I'm going to take this over. I'm going to chop this side off, this long side off, and that side off. And we're going to see what happens because I'll probably have a rectangle and some whatever, and we're going to chop it up again anyway. Just going to keep chopping until I have something really cool. Talking about rippers, hence the Jack the Ripper. Oh, okay. All right. So now, let's make sure that's nice and flush. I don't know why it got messed up. It's touching the edge. Okay. Touching the edge. It'll be on the line right there. And that's the other line right there. Look at that. It fits perfectly. Let's chop this edge off. And don't tell me not to because I'm going to do it anyway. I never listen. Never listen. And I'm probably wasting fabric, but like I said, I don't really care about this fabric. And there's like big jumbled mess of seams. Okay, so there's that end. Now let's chop off this fold. Blocking the camera, guys. Blocking the camera. And let's chop off this other fold. I have no idea what's going to happen. You're going to have squares and rectangles. But that's the whole part of having fun. All right. Moment of truth. What do we have here? Well, we have that. And this. And then some pieces stuck together still. So we'll have to cut them because it didn't get the whole thing. But that's okay. There's a line that was creased. One square. Another square. A weird, odd, long piece again, except for two different ends. We're just going to have fun with this. Two more of these. Another long piece. And one center. So now, these are the sides. They should be the same size as this. Yep, okay. So there should be 4 and then 2. So we're going to stack these out of the way. And there should be 4 of these. There we go. Let's start with the center. Now, put that here. I'm having fun, guys. And that one is the same as that one. So let's put that one here. And then 4 corner squares. So this one can go there. And this other one can go on this side. Let's try to make some room so that it'll stay up here. So this one will go on this side, opposite of that one. This one will go on this side. That one will go up there, like that. Hopefully it stays. Now 2 more sides. Let's put this right here. And this one on this side. Look at that. All right, so let's start with attaching this to that, and this to this, and then we're going to attach this to this, and this to this, and that, and that, like that. Okay. This is one of those weird projects of mine. There's no need for a pattern. You just create whatever you want as long as you start out with originally with a whatever, an equal square. So this one, I have no idea. I just knew I wanted to chop it. Fold it and chop it. There's probably other techniques. I'm just doing my own thing and having fun. Okay, so now we have This one goes like that. So this one on. And so this side on. That. And so these two. See what happens when you just sew randomness? Have fun with it. And some of the seams will nest. So I just try my best to nest them all up nicely. I'm pretty sure, like, if this was in solids, all solids, this would actually kind of probably come out really cool. Definitely don't have the right fabric. Alright, so this one on. Again, I'm just nesting the little seams because there are some that will nest up. And they all should actually be sitting opposite because everything was pressed nicely to start with. Yeah, that's what they were saying, Faith. I think I'm going to have to go and look and watch her seam rip. Unless, Diane, is there a specific video for that since you're the one that said it? I think that you were the one that said it just a little bit ago. Right, now it is this way, I think. Yep. And yep. Right? Right, okay. So this will go here. I'm pretty sure if you do this 4 times, you can make a, and cut the same each time with 4 16 patches, that you can make a throw or, like a lap quilt with it. As long as everything that you're doing is the same exact each and every time. And do it 4 times. Then you'd have a bigger quilt. I'm just using this, but it's making either a big block or a baby quilt. Which is a baby quilt, technically, because I don't have any more fat quarters like this to chop up. I mean, I do, but not this fabric. And I'm nesting all these seams now because now every junction lines up. Line them up. Line at the end. And lay it here, putting this one on. And sewing this side. So flip the whole thing over. Flip the middle piece over at 180 degrees. Oh, you mean turn it? I think it turned it. I turned it with the thing, with the lining up so that everything would be opposite. We're gonna see what it turns out looking like in a minute. Because I'm almost ready to just go and press it and see what happened. I I think it'll look okay. Don't do this at home with the good fabric. Use the crap fabric. See what happens. Then use the good fabric. Showed the other day because she was ripping. Oh, okay. I'll have to go look. I have a little dog ear right there. Chop that off. That way it's not in my sewing area. All right, let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to go press it now. Wow, that looks kind of cool. Hold on a second. Let's press it and see. Now I'm just going to press from the top because I have a completed project. So and you know, like always, I'm going to have two projects because I still have those 2.5 by 10-inch squares or rectangles. And I think I'm just going to put together a small little rail fence out of it. Okay, so turn the camera. This is my jumbled mess of having fun. Kind of looks weird, but it kind of doesn't. I don't know. It's just a jumbled mess. If it was different fabrics, it probably would like be different. Just me being silly. So that's that. I'll just lay it over here so you can see. There's my mess. It's kind of weird. If it was in different fabrics, I think you'd be able to see where things are laying, you know? Because then I could just chop down the center right here, flip that piece, chop down the center right there, and flip that piece, and have something even totally more different. But I'm not in the mood. So, where did I put those other pieces? I stacked them. Oh, there they are. So now I have all these to make a second project with, and they're already 2.5 inch. So I can 2, 4, 6. I can sew them together in sets of 4, or I can do whatever and have fun with them. Or I can, like I said, use it as binding for this project. I don't know. I don't want to do it right now, though. I'll just leave this right here then. And I'll use these to make something else, a little table runner. Or the back of the quilt. I could even just make something for the back. All right, so honored cotton mess. That is a sale-worthy contemporary style baby quilt. Thank you. It's just me being weird, having fun. All right, so let's make sure. All right, guys, so I've been here for a little while, like an hour, sort of. Let's see. Can't see that far. 1, 1, 5. So I've been here for an hour. I'm gonna get out of here. So in an hour, you can take 8 fat quarters and still have enough for another project. Chop them into 10.5 or 10-inch squares and sew them together into a big, huge 16 patch. Fold it on the diagonal, chop, reline it all up, fold it on whatever way you want, and chop it up and see what happens. You can fold it however you want each time. You can do it on the diagonal, you can do it however, just to see, as just for fun. And you can do this with 10-inch squares, since I did use 10-inch squares, technically. And have fun with it and see what happens. I mean, as long as your project starts out equally, 4 across by 4 down, or 5 across by 5 down, or just do it with a 4 patch, a big giant 10-inch square 4 patch, or 18-inch. You know what I mean? Have fun with it. See what happens. Sew them together. Chop them up. Sew it back together. Chop it up again. And have fun with it. That's the whole point of learning something new, being creative, and doing something different, out of the ordinary. Not something that everyone would do. So have fun with it. I'm gonna go so I can lay back down, guys.
Well, I
Actually,
got
I'm
the
gonna
food.
eat and then lay down.
Cookies.
Okay.
That's fine.
I brought food, but I'm not really in a food mood. But I need to eat
That's
something.
pretty.
It's just a jumbled mess of me chopping shit up or stuff up. Sorry, guys. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. Don't forget, if you're new to my
Bye.
channel, please subscribe, like my videos, share them, whatever. As well as join the group, the Facebook group. There's always still photos of everything. So I'll post a still photo of this mess. It's cute. It's different. So I'll post something of this, and I will talk to you guys all next Sunday or sometime during the week. And remember, long arming videos are still on Facebook in the group. So anybody that wants to see that, you got to join the group to get long arming videos until I can figure out my video thing. So I will see you guys
And
all
she's very talented with that
next
long arm.
time. Bye, guys.